So, hello everybody. I'm going to talk about the Merengue CMS. First of all, I'd like to talk about the background in which Merengue has been created. Merengue has been created by Plum experienced people who love the Django framework. We began with Plum from 2003, and of course, Plum is a wonderful CMS. Mostly the first feeling using Plum is very good, but Plum is a very huge and complex project, which is difficult to extend or adapt. So many times you end up fighting against Plum to get what you want. So in 2006, Django came to my company, and of course was great. Django allowed us to write reusable and clean code and very fast. But of course Django is not a CMS. So when we develop CMS websites, we end up doing the same repetitive task over and over again, like to do the layout from scratch, or make even the reusable apps in Django working together, or hacking the admin interface, etc. And then the Malaga University came to us and brought us the possibility to develop a CMS based on Django. It was called Merengue and was over 4,500 hours of work, and I think it's very cool. Let's talk about the Merengue philosophy. Merengue has been designed with a special emphasis on for programmers. Okay, has been designed to be really flexible and easy to learn, but it can also be installed and used by non-programmers, of course, who would install it, configure it, and forget about it. Let's talk about the Merengue features. First of all, I'd like to talk about the cool features, which in my opinion makes Merengue stand out. The first, let's see all these featured in a demo website. Sorry. This is a local copy of the official demo website in merengueproject.org, and let's see all the features in this website. First feature is block management. The block concept in Merengue is different to the block concept in the Django template. How many people knows Django? Okay. Good. And how many people have used Django? Okay. Good. Pues the block concept in Merengue is different to the block concept in the Django templates. The block concept, in Merengue has a logic written in Python. For example, this block, the events calendar, is provided by a plugin. Let's see some of the plugins. Those are the out-of-the-box plugins. For example, the forum, Google Search, RSS, contact form, voting, links, iTags, etc. For example, if we install the voting plugin, a new block will appear in the website. It's the voting block. Let's see. Okay, this is the vote content block. And also the voting plugin installed a new model in the database. When I click in the install button, a new table is created on the database for storing the votes. Okay. Also, you can move the blocks. Every block has a position, a place. For example, we can move, for example, this block here. This block here. Also, you can add a block. Here you can see every block has one place in a block container. There's header container, left side bar container, right side bar, etc. There is also other containers. For example, this is a comments block. It's provided by the feedback plugin. You can comment. This is a block, like the calendar. Okay. Let's add some block. For example, again. Okay. Also, you can configure a block. For example, the news block to change the items shown. Okay. Even you can cache a block. For example, I have to click here. Go to the admin side and enable the cache. Okay. For example, 2 minutes. It's difficult to wait one time. Now, you can see if the block is cached because a new icon appears for validating the cache. For example, you can even configure the cache. Vary on the URL, vary on the only for anonymous, vary on the language. If I click here, for example, I will see the same block, not depending on the language. I change the language, but this block does not change. Other feature is the translation tools. Merengue has a lot of translation tools. Sorry. Yeah. Of course, you can translate the content itself using Django Transmeta. Of the language. And you can do it in line, of course, sorry, here, translate in line. But there are also other tools for translating items. For example, this tool translates the .pop catalog found. For example, for the tags. This is a useful tool for reviewing the website after the translation has been done. Click, and you can translate this label, and this change the catalog and recompiles the catalog, and if you want, you can restart the server. Okay. And that's it. The next feature is the inline editing. You can edit inline in Merengue almost every part of the website. If you click here, in this button, you can edit, for example, primary links or the menus. Or the description. Okay. Merengue has a different admin interface than the Django provides. If you click in this content, you will see, for example, related objects from another object. For example, the photos of a document or the video. And there is a lot of things: links, plugins, blogs, actions, workflows. Also, Merengue has a full pluggable system because a plugin is the center, the main concept in Merengue. You can create new models. You can, for example, define new URLs. You can define new admin stuff. You can define new middlewares, for example. And there is a lot of things you can do with a plugin. Also have a flexible theming system. You can change the theme. Over here. This is the active theme. You can change the active theme. You will see a different website. Or you can move the blocks like do all the stuff. And has a lot of optimizations. For example, if you look at the source code, you will see all the CSS or the JavaScript are in the same place. You can compress all the JavaScript and merge all the JavaScript. Only enable a flag. Right. For example, the JavaScript are in the bottom of the page, are merged and compressed. Now let's talk about other features, which is more easy to find in other CMS. Obviously, the content manage feature is with Merengue you can add new content types. The content types are in here. These are the content types you can add in Merengue because, for example, the events model is here because you install the events plugin. You can also install other and sample forms, and you will see new tables and new models in the database. Okay. Yeah. All the contents has a lot of features. For example, contact info, the permissions. You can change the permission content, and the workflows. There's only one workflow by default, but you can create new workflows with different states. For example, the publish state have different permissions. If an object goes to publish, this will be the permissions of that object. Okay, taggable, permission, workflow, of course, internationalization, documentation, with editors, and search, tags, comments, captcha, etc., etc. There's a lot of features. Almost 5,000 hours working in Merengue. Also has an Italian translation. And for the Merengue works with Django 1.3 and have all the features in that version. Okay. Some of the plugins. This is form, events, news, voting, maps, microsite. Feedback is very easy to create a new plugin. Let's see in a demo of creating plugin. There is a lot of plugin here. Merengue use third-party applications, Django applications like this, Django Transmeta, Django Inline Trans, Django in Place Edit. Thank you very much to the authors of this application. Some of this has been developed in my company, but most of the applications are third-party. Django Compressor, Django Ajax-L, Classic Tags, there is a lot of applications. Now, show me the code. Let's see the several fragments, several code fragments of different concepts in Merengue. For example, the content types. The basic content type in Merengue is base content. Of course, you can extend it. If you extend base content, you will have all the features in Merengue: permission, workflows, etc. This is a fragment of how to extend base content. This Django. It's only extend the model, the base content model, and it works. Theme. Merengue theme is implemented as a template loader, which look for the active theme in the database and find the templates first in the active theme and secondly in the default side, default place. Okay, it's very flexible. For example, this is a snippet for how to extend this fragment. For example, to this fragment is the language switch. Okay. You only have to extend the template and extend the block, and for example, use the theme media URL, which is different to the media URL because it looks at the database and prevents the correct URL. Okay. Actions. For example, this is an action. This is an action. Login, logout, and these are actions. It's different to the block concept. It's an action. For example, export to PDF, or for example, share in Facebook. These are actions. This is an action code example. It's only to extend a class, user action, content action, or global action. Implements these two methods. It's easy. Example, the login action only will appear for non-authenticated users. Blocks. A block render a page fragment, and let's see a code example. This again extending the block class and implement the render method. Example, this is this method take the latest news published and render a template. The admin stuff. You can also extend the admin interface. For example, this code register a related admin. This is the contact information for an object, and that is how you can register this admin. You choose the related field, and you register. For all the base content, you will see another related admin related to the base content. And this is the admin for here. This is the contact info of a document. And finally, we have plugins. A plugin is a placeholder to define blocks, actions, middlewares, models, panels, permissions, etc. This is a plugin example. You define a class in a plugin. Plugin is a Python module, Python package, and you define a class. For example, this define new prefixes /event will go to the plugins.event.urls if you install the plugin. And this is the bottom part of the plugin. You can define new models, which is installed when you click in install the plugin, and new section. This is for creating events inside a section. In a section, section is like a folder. Okay. And the plugin blocks. For example, this is the event plugin. It defines the events calendar block. Let's see in a demo. For creating a new plugin, you only have to start plugin, my plugin. The plugin is created in the plugin directory. If I see. These are all the plugins, and you will see a new plugin. The actions, blocks, templates, panels, the models, and the URL. And this is an important file for configuring the plugin. If you open the config file, you will see the plugin configuration. Define a new URL for the plugin. And one action, one block, one model, and one extra permission, and one panel. Let's see. Look at the plugins administration. These are the plugins. The plugin does not appear because you have to detect new plugins. These are registering plugins. A new plugin is found. Plugin. And you can install the plugin. New action, new block, new model. This is the new block. And this is the new action. The new panel, and you can add a new different kind of element. And now you will see this content in this block because it's published now. And also you can see in this URL. This URL is the published objects. You enter the content. You can also edit the extra field because there is an extra field in this content. Let's see the code. example, the block is easy, it's very easy. It's only by plugging block with a parameter, you create a new parameter. You will see the parameter in the block. It's very easy to develop a plugin. It's action, plugin action is simple. The models are only stem from base content. Define the extra field, which is transfer table, and define the URL. Define the views. It's like Django. It's a view to list the objects position. And it's easy to create a plugin, to work in Merengue, and it's very different to respect the clone CMS. And if you want to learn more, go to docs.merengueproject.org, and you can I help? Of course you can help, if we can, and you can, for example, translate another Merengue to another language, or review the documentation, create new tickets, test Merengue, improve Merengue, whatever. This is the track, the Merengue track for the ticketing system and the code. It's like Merengue is, the Merengue process is like the Django one. Have a Google group, Merengue developers, and there is a sprint this weekend at EuroPython to improve Merengue, to release the 0.h version and to begin the 0.9. Thank you very much for listening. This is the link to the slides. It's HTML5. Any question?
Which kind of DBMS is used to deploy Merengue?
DBMS?
Which kind of DBMS
Yes.
is used to deploy Merengue?
To deploy build out. We use build out and fabric.
No.
You know.
Right. Thank you.
I saw there is a plugin for maps. How does it work?
Yes.
What is the base of this?
Because Merengue is a Django application, and Django has is by default, and then it's easy to do this kind of thing. The maps plugin is very new. Only have a maps block. You can add a maps block and write the coordinates. Google Maps here. But also you can, if you activate the GIS, you can place every content in a place, and you will see a map with the content.
Okay. Here's the question.
Okay.
What's the entry point on the settings file? Merengue is just you put it on install apps,
Yeah.
or something like that?
No, it's you create a new project because there are a lot of things working together, and it's not so easy as installing a new application in your Django project. It's impossible to do the group. It's impossible to implement the group only with an install funds. You create you have Merengue admin to start project. So this is the way to create. And this create the project with the application, and you can also integrate other Django applications.
Okay. And maybe it's obvious, but what's the license?
It's a LGPL.
Hello. Does Merengue manage plugins dependencies or not? It's possible
Yes.
to have. Ah, okay, great.
I don't know, for example, for languages.
What about the performance?
The performance is the 0.7 version is slower. It's 2 or 3 requests per second only if there is no cache. But the 0.8 is improving a lot, and I don't try the newest bank, but it's a lot of better.
How much memory consume every instance? For example, if I want to deploy...
It depends on if you cache or not, or if you have a main cache in other instance or not. It depends. But it's maybe like Django with a cache 2 or 3 megabytes of cache, more or less. But it depends.
And the application by itself?
Sorry?
The application by itself, how much memory does it take?
I'm not sure, but it's like the Django normal website. Maybe a little more by the cache. Because, for example, use Johnny Cache for caching the SQL sentences. And this needs rounds.
Okay. Thank you.
What's about the development process? Is it stable or not?
Yes, because it's using my company for several projects, and we have a quality team for make sure that the tickets are well closed, and yeah, I think it's a very serious development process.
I'm sorry. There is a guidelines for templates development.
There is a tutorial. I don't know if I have internet connection. But
There are some problems.
it's a tutorial. But this is wire connection. But I have a problem. So it's slow.
It's not a problem.
But works, but it's slow. But,
Okay.
Sorry. How big is it? How big is it the community that supported the project?
how it is. This is the Merengue community. Start the person who made Merengue. It's not Django, of course, but there is, I think, it's at the Malaga University, Malaga of Granada, there is several customers and people who use Merengue. Of course, I'd like to be known by other people and contribute. Thank you very much.